Let us start. Put Namaskar Mudra. Close your eyes. Relax. Let us chant Omkara 3 times. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namah Shivaya.
ओम नमः शिवाय।
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the sun. I welcome all of you to today's session of Bhagavad Gita as per Gudartha deepika by Madhusudana Saraswati. Today is the first session. So I pray to Lord Ganesha, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, to remove all obstacles in our study of this wonderful scripture called Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Especially, we are making use of the commentary made by Sri Madhusudana Saraswati. This book is known as Gudartha deepika by Sri Madhusudana Saraswati. Before going through that, this book, it may take maybe an year or a year and a half to complete this book. We are going to study all the 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita step by step. We are not going to hurry through this. We are going to take our time, learn, and at the same time, this is not an academic discussion. This is not to satisfy your intellectual curiosity. All of us are here to learn Bhagavad Gita, study Bhagavad Gita, to implement in our life. We will implement Bhagavad Gita in our life and transform our lives. What is the direction? What is the guidance that Sri Krishna has given? That guidance, we will live our life as per that guidance. We will not live just like what our intellect says. We have to live our life, lead our lives as per the vision of Vedas, as per the vision of Upanishads, as per the teaching of Sri Krishna. We have to show that commitment. This is our commitment. This is not an intellectual curiosity. There are so many studies. You learn mathematics, physics, but that is to satisfy intellectual curiosity. But this is a science of life. How I will lead my life. So, we are committed to change our perspective, our viewpoint, to that of the viewpoint shown by Sri Krishna and make our lives peaceful, blissful, and harmonious. In this journey, I pray to Sri Ganesha to remove all the obstacles in all of our paths to study Bhagavad Gita and learn and implement it in life, and let till the completion of this study. Before we go into studying the Bhagavad Gita as per Gudartha Deepika by Madhusudana Saraswati, which will take about year and a half and 2 years, that is a long journey. You will be having enthusiasm and curiosity to know what is the central teaching of Bhagavad Gita. You may not wait till 1 year, 2 years. What is the one thing that Bhagavad Gita teaches? A bird's eye view I will give in the coming 10 classes. I will complete the Bhagavad Gita touching upon some important concepts in the coming 10 to 15 classes, sessions. And with that, we will have a summary of Bhagavad Gita. We will know what Bhagavad Gita, complete Bhagavad Gita is in the coming 10 to 15 sessions. So that when we study Gudartha Deepika, we know the context. We know what we are talking about. Okay, any questions? Everybody okay with this? Okay, fine. Okay. So, before we start, let us do a sankalpa. What is a sankalpa? Sankalpa is an intention. Intention, sankalpa. You might have done many vratas, pujas. In every vrata and puja, you make a sankalpa. You must have heard the pujari say, for the prosperity of my family and my life, I am going to do this puja or vrata. Similarly, this study, before we do the study, let us make a sankalpa. The sankalpa has to be strong. Okay, sankalpa need not be in Sanskrit. Sankalpa can be in plain English also. Sankalpa is your intention. Let us do the sankalpa. Okay, so put namaskar mudra, close your eyes. Pray to God. Bring God into your heart. Sri Krishna into your heart. Pray to Sri Krishna. Hey Ishvara, repeat after me. Hey Ishvara, Parameshvara, Sri Krishna. We are embarking on a journey to study your teaching. Please bless us. Please bless us with jnana, knowledge, wisdom, viveka, discrimination, vairagya, dispassion, and show us the right path towards mukti. May we complete this study and learn Bhagavad Gita, your teaching. Please bless us, bless our families, bless the entire world. May this Jnana Yajna, what we are doing is Yajna, Jnana Yajna. May this Jnana Yajna bring peace, love, compassion to all in the world. Please bless us with this Sankalpa. Let us continue with our learning. Classes will be Monday, Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will try to be regular. If there is any, I will inform you earlier. So, let me share my screen. I have a small PPT that I will share with you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I dedicate this study to my Guruji, Sri Narasimha Prabhuji. I learned spirituality, Adhyatma Vidya from him. I bow down in reverence to my Guru, Sri Narasimha Prabhu. We already did prayer. So, what is Bhagavad Gita? It's a Purna Yoga, complete yoga. What is complete yoga? You must have learned yoga from many people. Yoga is not just asanas, pranayama, not that kind of yoga. Yoga means the individual meeting the universal, the individual merging with God, individual, the relation between individual and the supreme being, universal being. How do you connect with God? That is called yoga. So Purna Yoga means complete yoga. What is this message? Message by who? To whom? Where? What? How? Why? What is this message of Bhagavad Gita? How do I relate to Arjuna and other characters? What is the relevance of Mahabharata war to me? Who is Lord Sri Krishna? What is Bhagavad Gita? What is the message of Bhagavad Gita? How is the message of Bhagavad Gita organized? Why should I study Bhagavad Gita? These are some of the questions. Who is Lord Sri Krishna? While you are studying Bhagavad Gita, do not forget that it is taught by Lord Sri Krishna, Supreme God. Who is Lord Sri Krishna? At a physical level, Adi Bhautika level, he is a historical person during Dwapara Yuga, around 5,500 years ago. He is son of Devaki and Vasudeva, raised by Yashoda, walked on holy land Bharata many thousands of years ago. At a metaphysical level, Adi Daivika level, he is a divine being, Purna Avatara of Lord Vishnu. At a spiritual level, Adhyatmika level, he is Yogeshwara, Jnaneshwara. He is Paramatma, inner self of all. The self of you, self of me is Lord Sri Krishna. These are the three levels at which we have to understand Sri Krishna. When you are studying Bhagavad Gita, you have to understand the teaching from these three levels: physical, metaphysical, and spiritual. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. At a physical level, some slokas make meaning. At a metaphysical level, some slokas make meaning. At a spiritual level, some slokas make meaning. So you have to understand all the three levels. So you have to understand Sri Krishna at three levels. At a physical level, he was a historical person during Dwapara Yuga. At a metaphysical level, he is a Purna Avatara of Lord Vishnu. At a spiritual level, he is the Sadguru. He is the supreme Guru, Guru of all Gurus. He is the primordial being, Jnaneshwara, Yogeshwara. To whom? Who are the characters of Mahabharata? How can I relate to them? So we need to understand Mahabharata. Okay. All of us might have heard Mahabharata many years ago. There was a great war called Mahabharata War. That story we have heard. There are cousins, Pandavas and Kauravas. They fought. What is the significance, spiritual significance, symbolic significance of that? It is a symbolic significance. They represent our inner qualities and tendencies. Arjuna is a typical example of Jivatma. Arjuna is you. You are the Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita message is for you. Who is Dhritarashtra, the blind king? He is our blind or ignorant mind. We are the Dhritarashtras. We are the Arjuna. We are the Dhritarashtra. We have a blind spot. We don't understand our negative qualities. We think that we are great. That is the Dhritarashtra in you. And 100 Kauravas and Kshatriya, they represent the various desires and vasanas and evil tendencies in us. And what are the Indriyas represent? Eyes, sensual objects versus reality. If the eyes are turned towards sensual pleasures, then they represent Kauravas. If the eyes are having the right vision, it is Pandavas. Similarly, ears, mouth, tongue, etc. Touch. Who is Panduraja? He is the Viveka or the intellect. Kunti represents Vairagya, dispassion. Who are the five Pandavas? They are the Dharma, the five awakened chakras, Kundalini chakras. Sahadeva represents Dhamma. Dhamma means self-control. Nakula represents Shama, control of the mind, pacified mind. Arjuna represents Titiksha and Uparati, which is patience, patiently bearing the difficulties and controlling the mind. Bhima represents Shraddha, faith. Yudhishthira represents Samadhana, a peaceful mind, calm mind. Draupadi represents the Kundalini energy that travels across five chakras. An Ajnani, an ignorant person, abuses Kundalini energy. Bhishma is our strong ego because He has Icha Marana. Ego does not die so easily. It is hurt and helpless after war. Sanjaya and Vidura are the one who conquered himself from evil tendencies. Sri Krishna finally is the Atma Jnana, Atma of us. He is the Atma Jnana in us, wisdom, knowledge of self. He is the Agna Chakra and the Sahasrara. This is one way of looking at Mahabharata characters. Where? Where did this happen, Mahabharata war? What is the relevance of Mahabharata war to me? Where is the Mahabharata war waged? The historical Mahabharata war happened in a place called Kurukshetra, also called as Dharmakshetra. When you say Kshetra, Kshetra means a field, a farm. An agriculture field is called Kshetra. It also means your mind. Kshetra means mind. Kurukshetra means field of conflict, conflicted mind, materialistic mind, selfish mind. Dharmakshetra means field of peace and justice, peaceful mind, spiritual mind, selfless service. This is Dharmakshetra. What is Kurukshetra versus Dharmakshetra? Materialism or conflict versus spiritualism or peace. The outer Mahabharata in Kurukshetra thousands of years ago, it happened, versus the inner Mahabharata is happening every moment in our mind. The conflict is there in our mind. Every minute, our mind is waging a Mahabharata war. In our mind, always there is a conflict between good and bad, right and wrong. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Every minute we are in Mahabharata war. Our mind is the Kurukshetra. The uncontrolled mind is the Kurukshetra. Outer characters like Pandavas and Kauravas are history. But what are the, if I relate it to myself, my body and my mind, in my mind, the Kauravas are anger, greed, jealousy, pride, all these negative qualities. And Pandavas are peace, love, compassion, the good qualities. This Mahabharata war, Kurukshetra, is happening every minute in our body and mind. So we have to take the help of Sri Krishna. Who is Sri Krishna? Sri Krishna is the Atma, your own inner self. With that self guiding the Pandavas, the good qualities will emerge victorious. What is Bhagavad Gita? There is a Dhyana Sloka in Bhagavad Gita. I'll read out. Pardhaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamruta Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. O Bhagavad Gita, you are the divine song emerging directly out of Supreme Lord Narayana as instructions to Partha, who is Arjuna, and later compiled by ancient and experienced sage Vedavyasa. 18 divine chapters are a shower of the immortal nectar of the wisdom of the absolute reality. O Divine Mother, with your help, I will destroy the rebirth, again and again taking birth. I meditate upon thee. Sarvopanishado Gavo, Dogdha Gopalanandana, Pardo Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta, Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat. All the Upanishads are compared like cows. And the divine cowherd, Sri Krishna, is the milker. And Partha, Arjuna, is the calf. For Arjuna's sake, the divine shepherd, cowherd, has milked the Upanishads and produced the Bhagavad Gita. So, the son of Pruta is the calf. You are the son of Pruta. You are the Arjuna. For your sake, Sri Krishna has given Bhagavad Gita. This is the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. What is the message of Bhagavad Gita? Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade. This comes after every chapter. It is Brahma Vidya for Atmano Mokshardham. It teaches self-knowledge like pure science. It teaches about you, who you are, what is your true nature. It teaches Brahma Vidya. Yoga Shastra. How do I live in this life? How do I serve the world? How do I take care of the world, myself and the world? This is Jagat Hitayacha. The purpose of life is Atmano Mokshardham Jagat Hitayacha. How do I realize my true self, my own divine self, and my God realization? How do I realize God? And Jagat Hitaya. How do I serve others? How do I serve the world? How do I help others? This is the purpose of life. Atmano Mokshardham Jagat Hitayacha. This is Purna Yoga. Karma Yoga represents hands. Kriya Yoga represents energy. Bhakti Yoga represents heart. Jnana Yoga represents head. Bhagavad Gita is essence of all Vedas and Upanishad. It is Moksha Shastra for spiritual liberation. It gives you Atma Jnana, enlightenment. It makes you Jivan Mukta. It gives you Jivan Mukti, liberated while alive. It gives you Moksha, liberation, and Nirvana. Teaches the core message of the Mahavakyas of the Vedas. Tattvam Asi, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, I am Atma Brahma. All the Mahavakyas of Vedas are explained in Bhagavad Gita very nicely. You will learn all these things. How is the Bhagavad Gita organized? Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. Each chapter builds on top of the previous chapters. There is a logical sequence of these chapters. The first 6 chapters explain about Tvam. Tvam in Sanskrit means you, individual, Jivatma. The middle 6 chapters, 7 through 12, explains about Tat. Tat means Ishvara, Lord, Paramatma, God. The last 6 chapters, 13 through 18, explains about Tattvam Asi, oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. Tattvam Asi is the teaching in the Vedas, Upanishads. Thou art that, you are that divine being. You are one with the Lord. This is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Why should I study Bhagavad Gita? Atmano Mokshardham. We want to resolve all physical, mental, psychological conflicts to attain supreme inner peace and joy. Freedom from Bhavaroga, Bhavabhaya, Bhavabandha. We have fear, we have anxiety, we are bound in this world. We get freedom from all these by learning Bhagavad Gita. We will realize our true self. Who am I? What am I? Atma Jnana. Realize the universal self, Paramatma, Brahma Jnana. We will realize God. And we also realize oneness of Atma and Paramatma. Jivan Mukti, liberated while alive, liberation, self-realization, enlightenment, Nirvana, Moksha. Jagat Hitayacha. Naturally, When we realize our true nature as peace, love, and compassion, we naturally reach out to the world and spread the inner peace, love, and joy, source of inspiration, guidance, and selfless service to the world. Jayam and Vijayam. There's a shloka in Bhagavad Gita at the end. It comes even at the end in Vishnu Sahasranama. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Pardo Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, Yogeshwara Krishna, and wherever there is Arjuna, Gandivadhari Arjuna, there you have Jayam and Vijayam. What is there? Inner victory and outer victory. Inner victory by making myself peaceful, equanimous, and compassionate. And outer victory, we will face the world of challenges and become victorious. Okay. Any questions? Did you understand Bhagavad Gita? I keep the forum open for your observations and questions. You can unmute and talk. You can ask any questions related to class about whatever we want to do. Any questions you can ask. And by the way, this is the book I will be covering. I will be reading. This is Bhagavad Gita with the annotation Gudartha Deepika, translated by Swami Gambhirananda from Ramakrishna Mission. This Gudartha Deepika is written by Madhusudana Saraswati. We will be making use of this textbook, scripture, and we will be studying this book in the coming 2 years. Guruji, if we, okay, let me open the chat. How do I see the chat? Okay. If we understand or read complete Bhagavad Gita, do we understand what is the purpose of our life on this earth? Very good question. What is the purpose of this life? The purpose of this life, as per Veda, Rigveda, is Atmano Mokshardam Jagat Hitaya. You don't have to study entire Bhagavad Gita for that. All you need to understand is my life is there for me to realize who am I, God realization, that is my own sadhana. And in relation to the world, how can I help others? This is the purpose of life. How do I improve myself spiritually, and how can I help others spiritually? Uplift. You can help by giving people. What is this? What is the question? Sumatra Mohanty, what are you asking? You can unmute and ask. Guruji, can we continue reading the Shrimps Bhagavad God from any other author which is already presented? Okay. Any Bhagavad Gita book, you can use the loka, but the interpretation may be different. There are many different philosophical systems. In particular, Madhusudana Saraswati follows Advaita philosophy. If you have any other book of Bhagavad Gita, it will follow the thought process given by their particular philosophical school. So, sloka is same, meaning and interpretation can differ. The philosophy can differ. Did I answer your question? Sumatra Mohanty.
Prasad, I have a question.
Yes.
So, as you said, we are Arjuna. So, what is the vision or attitude we should adopt when we listen to Bhagavad Gita? So, shall I have to uh, think that every sloka is intended on me, or shall I have to just read it, understand it as a story happening?
Okay. See, Bhagavad Gita, every sloka, Krishna's teaching is for you. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And the teaching has different layers in that.
Mhm.
Every person stands in a particular step of the ladder of spirituality. Depending on which step you are, the teaching applies or not applies, you are the best judge. For example, a person is in first standard. You will teach him A, B, C, D and words. Apple, A for apple, B for ball. So like that also, a 10th standard children will have some other lessons. And a PhD student will have some other lessons. So Krishna also teaches at various levels. So where you stand, you take that teaching. Whatever is applicable to you.
Okay, Prasad. Understood. Thank you.
You are the best judge of your inner mind. So the teaching is there. So you apply it yourself and see if the teaching is applicable to you at this moment or not.
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody else has any question?
Guruji, where can we get those recordings of the slides that you have presented
I
today?
will post the recordings in the WhatsApp group.
Okay,
I will
sure.
also post the playlist, YouTube playlist.
Thank you. Thank you.
Question is there any significance of 18 number as we have 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita? I'm not good at numerology. There might be significance, but it's not about that. That is not important. The teaching is important. Don't go into... See, one more thing I want to tell you is, this is not about... This is more about understanding what is there in the teaching. Rather than, there are so many ways of speaking. I mean, people say it's 18 number, it has a significance, it has a meaning. That kind of teaching we should not go into. It's not about Pandityam. The core teaching of Sri Krishna is Vedanta, and we'll stick to that. And I want to give a rider that I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am a seeker. I am a sadhaka. Whatever I learned from my guru, I am trying to teach it to you as a means of my sadhana, as a means of my learning. Along with you, I will also learn, and whatever I know, I will share with you. If it makes sense, please take it. And we have to be rational in our approach. We have to have a scientific mind. We should have a, we should not have mystical mind. Mystical mind is okay, but we should always have a scientific, rational mind. Complete rationality. Use your intellect, use your viveka, use your discrimination, and try to analyze and understand. Use your intellect more than any mystical significance. Vedanta is very scientific, very rational. If it doesn't make sense, you don't have to accept. If it makes sense, accept it. It's logical and rational. Any other question? Okay. If there are no questions, we will close for the day. Put Namaskar Mudra. Close your eyes. Repeat after me. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrutyorma amrutam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Keep your hands in blessing posture. Bless the world, bless the universe. Repeat after me. Lokah samastah sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samastah sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samastah sukhino bhavantu. Put Namaskar Mudra. Pray to God. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Thank you very much.